Hello everyone and welcome to another Dark Souls 3 invasion build video. I've got another build for you, soul level 60, and we're a wizard. A dirty, filthy int build. Blue decks. I've done a mage build once before at soul level 70. He was a little inefficient and a little bit all over the place, and I got rid of him a few months ago. But I had a flash of inspiration and I wanted to give it another int build a go. I think I saw a Chase the Bro video where he was doing a mid-level mage, which was quite effective. And I wanted to give the simple infusions a look in, because I've had a look into blessed infusions and they are actually surprisingly viable in both invasions and dueling. So I wanted to give the simple infusions the same attention to see if I can get something reasonably workable. And surprise, surprise, it's still perfectly viable for regular invasions and build making. Obviously, not as efficient damage-wise as crystal infusion for int builds, but the problem with mages is that you have to split your Estus, and I fucking loathe to do that because survivability is pretty much key with winning invasions. So having one or two less Estus in order to regen my spells is pretty pants. So having the simple infusions really helps offset that, so I can keep spamming my spells. Let me show you the build quickly and we'll get into the invasions. We've got a lot of invasions to showcase because I had a lot of fun invasions with this build. So what I'm maining at the moment on my main weapons, I've got simple Flamberge, simple Caestus, both at +6. The damage I'm getting from the simple Flamberge, again, not as good as it would be if it was crystal infused, I understand that. So it's 395 one-handed and 402 two-handed, which is decent for soul level 60. That's decent. I'm happy with that. And I've got crystal 4-prong plow. I've still got some crystal weapons, mostly my chase down weapons, because when you're chasing someone down who's trying to summon again, you want as much damage pushing out and you're running R1s as possible. So I went with crystal for this stuff. So I got that one. I'm using the Witch Tree Branch Catalyst because I didn't want to waste a ring slot on Sage's Ring. And the spells that I've gone for, Homing Soul Mass and Great Soul Arrow, are simply there for harassment. So if they're engaging in enemies or whatever, you can just spam these. They're really cheap to cast, really fast, do about 100 to about 200 damage depending on the person's defenses. So that was all I was looking for the spell cast. I'm not relying on them to do my damage. The damage I'm doing is with my actual melee weapons. Good fun. So I also am playing around with the Aquamarine Dagger. I was recently quite inspired to use this from several people actually. The Dang It Jim video where he talks about the Aquamarine Dagger. I recently went and rewatched that, and there were some people that I fought in the arena who used that to great effect against me, and it is fun as hell. Not so good if the person isn't willing to engage with you, but if you're having like a duel, or so if you're actually fighting with someone who's actually willing to go at it, this is a fun little dueling weapon. It's bloody, yeah, it's not as efficient or as effective as just say going straight sword, great sword or whatever, but you can just, it's just really fun. That's all I care about. It's just fun as hell, and the moveset is quite stylish. And the running L2 into R2, quite a good chase down, can do some nasty damage, and on a dedicated int build like this, fairly good. Really enjoying that. I've also got a couple of offhand weapons that I can swap to, crystal longsword, crystal follower saber, which is fun. I was using the partisan instead of the four-pronged plow, but I've recently got into using the plow. I resisted it for months and months and months because basically it's ugly as shit and it's considered like the most meta spear because of its length, and I'm not really about that life. I'm not about that, chasing that meta and getting the best of everything. But fuck it, when I was practicing dueling for Omish's stream with V-dubs a few weeks back, I got into using this weapon and it's so fucking good. Like, if you're like me, and I have problems with spacing quick weapons, but this is just spacing on easy mode, man. You don't even have to try. It's fucking amazing. So I'm really enjoying that. So let me go over armor. I wanted to have a little bit of tasty fashion. It's quite similar to my soul level 90 guy actually. Old Stage's Blindfold, Sorcerer's Robe, looks fucking flash as shit. I mean, look at that. Really cool with the beard there. And I've got forearm gauntlets and black iron leggings to give me a little bit of pocket poise. hidden away in my fashion, so I can use the greatsword two-handed quite effectively against small weapons, which is nice. So at the moment I've got 18.7, which is enough for two-handed greatsword against the small weapons, which is nice. Gone for Prisoner's Chain, Ring of Favour +3. I'm trying my best to find a way to remove Ring of Favours from all my builds to have a different variety of rings, but I'm just finding I can't make the stats come out, at least at these low and mid levels. So yeah, Ring of Favour, Prisoner's Chain, Scholar Ring, which gives us 40 in, and Bellowing Dragon Crest, which I can swap out to any of the other rings that I want to, depending on the situation I'm in. Right, so the stats, Soul level 60, like I said, +6 weapons, 28 Vigour, which is soft cap, and is what you should be aiming for around this level. 16 Attunement, which is the base attunement for the Sorceress Psychic class, 20 Endurance, 17 Vitality, that's been bumped up by the Prisoner's Chain, 15 Strength, 14 Dexterity, 35 Faith, which is bumped up to 40 by the Skull Ring, and then base Faith and Luck. Really fun build. I wouldn't recommend taking this to Gang City. It's not really optimised for Gang City. My other Soul level 60 Dart build is definitely more suited. But this is a really fun invader build. You can really put people in the mixer, do some good damage, and just have a lot of fun with it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the invasions. Izzy Wizzy, let's get fucking busy. So, during this first invasion, before we start going too deep into it, I've got an announcement to make. No Name, Ducky, Sylvester and myself have started a new Discord server called DS and Chill. So I'll leave an invite link in the description, so feel free to join if you want to come and shoot the shit with us. It's going to be a very laid back, obviously Dark Souls related Discord, where we can talk about builds and PvP, do some shit posting, and just generally hang out and have a nice time. So if you're interested in joining and hanging out with us, please feel free. So this is version 1.0 of this build, so it's slightly different. Weapons are in slightly different places, and I'm using a different greatsword. When I first came up with the build, I thought that the Drake Blood greatsword would do well on a simple infusion, simply by the fact that it has innate magic damage. So as the Drake Blood Greatsword has triple split damage, it does well on a blessed infusion because it has innate lightning. I thought the same would be true with a simple infusion because it's got innate magic. However, I found it not to be the case. The AR is pretty pants, and the triple split damage at this level is really starting to take its toll. And that was a really good read on that blue. That was a very good read. I'm basically just practicing with the Aquamarine dagger at this point. That was a good read. Yeah, the Drake Blood Greatsword is good low level, and it's good at higher levels than this, but around this mid level the triple split damage really starts to suffer from diminishing returns, especially if you're not buffing it. So I suppose it would have done better on a crystal infusion, that's very true. And the length was giving me jip as well, because it's like one of the shortest greatswords. So I went over Soul's Planner and I found out that it's the Flamberge in fact gets the most AR for the least amount of investment. It's even better than the Claymore at simple infusion, +6 with 40 in, which is interesting because you would have thought the Claymore would be the one to go for. I mean, for versatile movesets, obviously the Claymore has the R2 pokes to it, it's two-handed, which is nice. But I'm quite happy to use the Flamberge. It's a fucking stylish weapon, and getting nearly 400 AR, decent, very decent. So you can see this is the bread and butter of the build. You hit them with the greatsword, and when they're engaging with the enemies, you just spam spells at them. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's enough to harass. And obviously, if their attention is divided, they're not going to be in any place to reliably dodge all your spells. And again, because it's fast casting, you know. And so now I've spunked my FP, gone to the simple Geisters with the simple Drake Blood Sword, so I can regen that FP a little bit. Unfortunately, it's not as fast as I would like. I was kind of anticipating it being a little bit faster than that, especially having two simple weapons. But it's decent enough, and obviously you've got a parry tool and a greatsword, so your build you haven't neutered your build by spunking all your FP, which is the problem with a lot of mage builds where they rely too heavily on doing big damage with the spells. I mean, in all honesty, the Drake Blood damage wasn't that bad. It just wasn't as good as it could be. It was only sort of like 50 points higher than the simple flamberge, and because of the split damage, that would mean that the flamberge in fact does more damage, even though it has technically a lower AR. So this blue, this blue was pretty good. He wasn't too liberal with his parries, and so that parachute was a constant worry for me. But again, I've got the Fire Witches and Slaves to my back, so I'm in quite a favourable position. So as long as they're willing to stay here in this area and wanting to engage me, the worst thing that could happen to me is if they were to back fully off into the courtyard. But now they've got a second blue in, so they're going to be extra confident. And he gives me a bow for some reason. Like, okay, you're here to kill me, but at least you're quite being honourable about it. And the Blue Sentinel is actually being fairly clever there. He's going straight into the PvE because I can't divide my attention between saving the PvE and keeping pressure on the host and the other blue. So after I realised what he's doing, I was like, oh yeah, shit, I should probably protect the Fire Witch, because having that artillery backup is fucking going to be key to me winning here. Boom. Trying to incorporate a lot more critical attacks in my play. The unfortunate way about the way I play is I get very much tunnel vision in these kind of fights because I'm so focused on winning, and I just end up playing it safe and just going for rustic play, whereas I'm trying to force myself to do more parries and try and incorporate more backstabs. It's difficult though, because like I said, I get tunnel vision with this shit. I can't focus on, like, okay, now would be a good time to try pivot backstabs and stuff, and it's like, well, I'm not good at them yet, so why would I, you know, try for one when if I get caught up in the mixer, I'm going to get fucking destroyed, where I can just play safe and get the victory. Look at that, boom, boom, dead blue. So this is the build when it's working at its best. Yeah, in my opinion. So, see, I took out the first blue with the melee weapons, chasing down with the greatsword, and then the second blue bit it thanks to the spamming the spells at long range. And this is the build working at its best. And of course, yeah, he's having none of it. Back to the bonfire. It's not just a case of, okay, let's back off to an area where there aren't any enemies. Let's go all the way back to the bonfire because I want to resummon my friends. Because I don't like fun. No, I'm only kidding. You can have fun with summons, it's fine. See, this was at this point I was like, right, I need that plough, I need the length. The partisan is good for fighting people who want to fight you, but for chasing down, it's pretty short. You need something long, like the Biden or the plough. I would have gone with the Biden because it has the best fashion, but obviously you need faith in order to wield that thing. Unable to summon phantoms. So you see me wiggling and dancing there. That's not me showboating. This is me trying to force him to panic roll so I can catch his rolls. So he can't predict when I'm actually going to do my running R1 pokes. So GG, stop running around like a fucking penis and actually stand and fight. Jesus Christ. So this fight was just a little bit of fun. Again, I'm still getting used to things on the build, so especially the aquamarine dagger was something I've never used. I've never mained a dagger before. I'm really bad at fighting with this. So I just wanted to play around and give it a go. And it's because this guy was willing to go at it with me, although he was a bit roly-poly and typical host around a bonfire with a shield of one, he was still willing to go at it and fight me, which was good. So this is when you can use the aquamarine dagger effectively. Like in that last portion of the fight with that last invasion, the aquamarine dagger would have been just a stupid choice. Because the running L2 into R2, although it's good, it spunks a hell of a lot of your stamina, a lot more than like a spear running R1. So you don't want to be relying on that too much. You use that as an opener, the running L2 into R2, sorry. Use that as your opener, and then just go into spamming the weapon R1, which is just quick as hell and does a shit boatload of damage. go for those staggered R1s. The staggered R1s with the daggers, man. They're with the Corvian Great Knife. I was fighting No Name in the stream I did the other day, and he was using the Corvian Great Knife, and fucking hell, the pressure you could put under people because of the length of that dagger. It's just so difficult to deal with. Like if he gets up in your face and he starts staggered R1ing those dagger hits, then you'll fucking toast until his stamina bar runs out. I love that chip damage. I fucking love elemental infusions in this game. So good, like being able to chip through people's shit. Because so many fucking tryhards always go for the small iron round shield or Llewellyn and stuff. So having an elemental infused weapon just means that you do like 80 to 100 damage through their shield, and it's just fucking amazing. So if they're just shoving the shield in your face, waiting for that, 2-hit parry, you can just chip right through it and put an end to that nonsense. Boom! Look at that, running L2 just as he's going to summon the Phantom. GG, friend. So yeah, that's the power of the Aquamarine Dagger. Really good fun, really fun weapon. See, in my previous intelligence build, I've got some videos on my channel. You can probably hunt them down and find them. He was still level 70, and he was kind of similar. He had 2 spells and used a greatsword as his main weapon, with straight sword, spears and stuff to chase down people. But he used Snap Freeze and Soul Spear. And the thing is, Soul Spear is incredibly slow to cast, and without like a dedicated caster build where you've got all the rings on, and you've got like Sage's Ring +2, and you're offhanding the Scholar's Candlestick, and got the Crown of Dusk on, that Soul Spear is going to do real shit for damage, even sort of mid-level at 70. So in my mind, in order to make an intelligence build vaguely viable in invasions at this mid-level, is you just stick to the sort of low. I think that Dark Souls guy had a build similar to that, where you stick to the low cost. You fucking scrub. So many disconnectors, it's unreal. Absolute scrub ass piece of shit. You stick to the low
in this day
cast
and age,
cost and
so
fast casting stuff, and you just use it for harassment.
Fredberg.
Because they're more likely to, although they might take more damage from a Soul Spear, they're like much more likely to be able to dodge it. This was probably the best invasion I had during the stream. It was the most fun, at least. I won't say any more because my commentary is over this. Hope you enjoy.
See, Battle of the Mages, mate. Dead. Oh shit. Okay, so we've got a Dark Moon, buff, Dark Moon, ow. Okay, he's using the shit shield, so who knows what this guy's capable of. Yeah, you can do that all you want, mate. You're the one that pissed them off. Ow. Yeah, I should probably... Nice! Oh, fuck me. Okay, I'm gonna have to... That's a pain in the ass. Oh, alright. You want to do this then? You really want to go? Whoops. Come on, buttlords. Oh shit. Fucking... Hey! Go move it, go! Yes! Yes, you fucking... Use a seed on me, will you? Use a fucking seed on me! Come back here, Fred. You had this coming. You got a point down coming, mate. Nope. None of that. Oh, he's still alive. No, he's not. Nope. You get the poo. Try and treat me like a chump. Chump change.
So these next few clips are again from the live stream I did a couple of days ago. The host of this world was actually the rage quitting phantom from the earlier invasion. So enjoy.
I mean, I guess it depends on the. Oh fuck! Here they are. Ow! Ow! I should probably not do that. Bye. Bye, hello fat roller. Alright, let's try. Yeah, boy. Goodbye.
So this is an example of why you shouldn't be pushing a small iron round shield into someone's face if they have an elemental build. Just saying.
Oh, so straight sword and parachute, eh? Okay, so this guy obviously knows what he's doing. Okay. Staggered R1s, very good. Gonna play passive. Keep spamming that. Thank you. Bye.
This was a super fun 1v1 I had. Someone who was really willing to go at it, had an interesting build, and really top-notch fashion actually.
Oh, come on now. Yeah, I saw that coming. Are we going to play this game? Yeah, I saw that coming a mile off, mate. Be more inventive than that. I like the fashion though, the fashion's pretty good. Come on. Don't make me chase you around. This guy's pretty good. It's quite an enjoyable fight. Please don't run away and summon. Oh, I should have gotten that backstabber. That was a decent read. Just poor execution. I think he might end up getting me because of the Estus. Shouldn't have done that. That was a really stupid fucking attempt. Nice, almost got me. I like this guy. He's pretty fun to fight. Get a full try hard. Oh damn! Oh damn! Oh, that did no damage. Oh, get that fucking stabby, son. Oh, this guy's fun to fight. Oh, that was a decent parry attempt. Just poor execution again. Nice. G fucking G, son. G fucking G. Where's my bar? That was good. Get try harder on. Josher 777. Oh, that's sorry. Yes, we got a fucking team now, boys. Go on, let's spank this fucking gang. Whoop! Ow. Oh fuck, I went for that. Dead. Instantly. Yeah, there they are. Oh, I can't fucking get to them. Hello. Fuck you. Right, well, I have to go to them, unfortunately. Oh shit, here they are. Hurry up, no name. Please, let that be you. Ah, oh, fuck, some of them random. Yes, one got cursed. Fuck you, bitch. I can't get round him. Fuck. Come on. Thank you for that. Oh, fuck's sake. Yes, get fucking wrecked. Yo, get fucking Shrek, son! Bitch! Thank you. So those were some of the best clips from the stream. Obviously there were a lot more, but this video is long enough as it is, like 40 minutes, so I can't include any more. So this was a very frustrating and dangerous fight to be in. This is a squad of 3, and each one has a very high damaging setup, but in very different ways. So the host is rocking a pyro build with CBV, which is bad enough as it is. One of the golds has buffed sellswords that do fucking 3/4 of your health in one combo, which sucks, and the other one has Dragon Slayer axe. So those 3 in conjunction with each other are just a recipe for annihilation, which is something I had to be wary of. I had actually fought the sellsword Phantom previously. It was just 1v1 whilst he was in his world, and I disposed of him pretty quickly because he's doing a shitload of damage. All he wants to do is run up to you and just combo you out. So I just equipped the flamberge and just went at him. But unfortunately now there's 3 of them, so that really isn't a viable strategy anymore because they're all backing each other up. So it's a case of I swapped over to the straight sword because I need to be able to do very quick damage and be able to roll out. And the slightly increased recovery frames of the greatsword. Look at that fucking damage on just 1 CBV. It's fucking ridiculous. He obviously has all the pyro rings already. Yeah, I need to be able to just do chip damage and then just fucking roll out of there as quick as possible. Jesus wept. Help me, Pontiff Knights and Witches. And they say, I got you, fam. Boom. And there goes thirsty sellsword guy again. He's trash on his own. And host, not even a moment's hesitation, abandons his other phantom like a baby left out in the Arctic. Fucking runs away, and this phantom gets absolutely fucking shat on. One little technique I've actually picked up from watching sort of the better dueling players play is that whenever they get someone from when someone's getting up from a critical, they instinctively like swap their weapons up in order to put them off their timings. So when they try and roll out, they're trying to roll out from the weapon they thought that you had, whereas you've gone to something else, and you're able to roll catch them as they come out.
So going to the spear is really good at catching wake-ups. You know, you can do it with the straight sword, but I find it's a lot easier to do with the spear. And of course, the police show up. One bad parry, two bad parries. I mean, they were decent reads, but I was just a little off with my timing, which was unfortunate. And blue balls spawns right on the bridge, right there. Finally get my parry. Don't have the Hornet Ring equipped, so he lives, and this guy is running a dedicated Dark Sorcery build. So instead of trying to run instantly, I get caught up and get blindsided by the blue. It's so frustrating. I could have definitely won that if I'd instantly retreated after that critical. I think maybe I could have pulled through that, but c'est la vie. So in this invasion, this is when I had upgraded a Follower's Saber. I wanted to play with a curved sword, and I think the Follower's Saber looks pretty flash. So I wanted to give that a go because I've never really played with it. And this just shows that even when the curved swords got nerfs, this just shows that the big curved swords are still fucking dangerous as hell. You can see in the corner there, he's fucking chameleon, this bloody host. The gold is waiting for me. I'm sure the host would want to blindside me. I'd already noticed him there. I'm like, right, okay, I'll just keep an eye on him there. See the Keisters, read the parries, boom, get fucking diced up, son. None of that. A host comes up, like, oh yes, well done, good job, son. See, in these scenarios, the spells aren't really useful at all, because all you have to do to avoid, like the soul arrows and the homing soul mass, is just side strafe. You don't really have to roll through it, you just side strafe it to dodge it. GG, sir. Goodbye. And then about 10 minutes later, I invade them back again. As the same two guys, except this time they're running the level and not trying to. I don't know what they were trying to do in that last one. Gets me with the backstab whilst I'm casting. That's very good. That's a good punish for those kind of spells. But then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dead. Instantly destroyed, and gold is like, oh, for fuck's sake, not again. Even in death, he has to go for one more parry. So this is our final invasion of the video. Thank you for making it this far. I promise you won't be disappointed. This one was an absolute fucking doozy, and it's a culmination of all of an invader's worst nightmare. So we have two passive players with ultra great swords, and they take passivity to a whole new level in this invasion, and it's like the worst thing in the world. I can deal with aggressive players to some degree. I mean, there's stuff you can do to curb people's aggression, but there's almost nothing you can do to curb players' passivity, especially if there's more than one of them. Like, because both of them have got hugely defensive weapons, and they force me to come to them in the end. I'm the one who has to be the aggressor, and they have defensive weapons, so all they have to do is wait till I swing on one of them, miss or hit or whatever, and the other one just blindsides me and hits me with the ultra great sword. So it's just so frustrating to play against, and I think I pull out a really nice victory from this one. I'm very happy with how this turns out. Spoiler alert, by the way. And so at this initial stage, they're willing to fight. They're willing to go try and attempt the PvE with me. They're harassing, which, fair play to them. I mean, I wouldn't want to be caught in this position. Even with two players, this part is difficult. More spell spam, but you know, you could just run past this area. Like, there's no loot that's particularly needed. I mean, there's a large shard up by the fire witch, but you know, you can come and get that later. I suppose if you want to really go and get Dory's Gnawing, but again, you can always get that later. You can just run past this whole area and go to the bonfire. Goodbye, piss bro. I will be seeing you again shortly, I'm sure. But yeah, once Phantom's dead, he wants to run back to someone. So at this point, I'm really glad I've gone back to the plough. And obviously, he gives me some of that sweet Roll Souls 3 through all of it. Oh, look at that. Fucking stomp into backstab. That was a nice don't circle me, I'll circle you backstab. Get in with the fucking Undead Hunter charms. I'm really bad at remembering to use these things, but this one time that I actually remember to use it, it's actually quite effective. But unfortunately, there's a little bit of latency between us, and I can't roll catch this guy for shit. Try and get him with the second one. He's already fucking bolted. And so many hosts do this, just ring around the rosy bullshit around this fountain. So frustrating. He gets the summon off. So now all he has to do is just stay alive. I can't do nearly as much damage with just running R1s in order to finish him off. But it's fine, like, I've got 4 Estus in the pocket. I mean, we've already beaten this Summero before. So I'm just hoping, okay, they'll get aggressive and they'll come back up to the enemies with me. But that doesn't end up isn't what ends up happening, unfortunately. So I'm like, okay, let's go by the stairs and see if we can hold a choke point and try to lure them back. So yeah, let's perhaps, and he's giving me the fucking point down. He's pissed. He's pissed that I fucking killed him. He thinks that I'm sort of some casual invader. Oh, all invaders just hide by the enemies. You're such a coward. It's like, oh right, yes. So being 2v1ing someone, it makes you MLG pro, does it? Fucking asshole. So because they've both got the iron round shield again, this is another perfect example of why just go two-handed, honestly, because all they're going to do is just throw their shield up, and I'm just going to chip them out. So now begins a very long stalemate where they refuse to come and fight me, and they want to hold this area. And I will save you the majority of it. I'll speed it up. There's a fuck ton of shield wiggling. You see, I get a guard break there, and he instantly backstabs me for it. So this is the kind of game they want to play. It's a case of they want me to smack against one of their shields, and then the other one's just going to blindside me. And there's very little you can do about that, aside from having a massive ultra weapon. But because they both have ultra weapons as well, I wouldn't be able to poise through their swings. So yes, let me speed through this entire thing. I won't skip any of it out just to show you how fucking long this took. A lot of shield wiggling, a lot of toing back and fro, just general horse shittery. Gradually pulling them back, but as soon as they realise they're getting near the fucking courtyard, they just bolt it all the way back. And then finally they come up. They get brave enough to come up here. I mean, I think most of the PvE's been dealt with. There's still one file, which is maybe a handful of slaves left to my back. Again, I'm so fucking afraid of this setup. Like they can really easily combo me out. But through all the chip damage I've been doing through their pissy little iron round shields, I've just chip them out of their Estus, and now they're they're pretty much fucked. All I have to do is poke them out. Host already fucking bolts. Leaves his phantom like a baby in the rain. 1, 2, you don't get a gesture, you don't deserve it. And so, find the host, back down here. At least he didn't DC, I'll give him that. So anyway guys, that is my new Soul Level 60 build. Like I said, really fun. Not optimised in the slightest, but fun as shit. So I hope you enjoy. Check out the DS and Chill Discord, and I hope to see you guys all over there. So I'll see you again.